I wasn't really noticing any other Moors. I was basically to myself. I had friends. We was going to lectures in Detroit and getting information, but that was about it, man. I was buying packages. I done bought so many different packages. I done did Social Security Trust. I done, like I say, I done filed my declarations, and I was just doing stuff. I was like, man, what did I do? I don't even understand this, but I'm doing it. So after that, I'm spending money, I can't even put a total to it, man. Guys, they charge me, $500 for a Social Security Trust. To file the documents, I don't even remember. I think it was $28 a document. It's like 5 documents. Filed it in the courts. Name change. The total, I forget how much I spent on that. But like I said, I remember that Social Security Trust was being the big one. And after that, it's like, come on, man. The Social Security Trust was so thick. I'm like, man, you don't know none of this stuff, man. You don't even know what you're doing. And I'm registered in the Register of Deeds, and I don't even know what it is. And what else I do? Just a bunch of little stuff that come with that, I forget. This was 2006. And not to mention, I drove to North Carolina. I did it in North Carolina. So, that trip. But it's all a learning experience. It's all a part of my journey. Basically what really sparked it was, and it kind of scared me, was like I said, when I came back from North Carolina, I had plates. Put them plates on. I'm getting pulled over by the police. I'm going over my literature. I'm demonstrating. And I noticed he treated me different. I don't know if it was new to him, or what the deal was, but he kind of respected me a little more. So I thought. He let me go, a few times. It could have been just Allah looking out for me. No, don't crack his head right now. He don't know. But I was always intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I talked to him with intelligence. So I never came off rude. I just was, hey, and, say what I had to say. But afterwards, I'm like, man, what did I do? After the cop left, at the time I was going over a friend of mine's house. I'm like, man, what did I do? I said, this nationality stuff is real. I'm talking about I'm a Moor and don't know nothing about the prophet, but I'm just, hey, that's what I am. I'm not this, I'm not that. You gotta treat me with some respect, It kind of like pride, what I'm saying? I knew it, type of thing. I can't really pinpoint it. Oh, man, at the time, I was kind of, I wouldn't say I was prepared, but I started, I felt like, because I started studying, and I felt like I knew enough to try it. Like I said, I was experimenting. I'm a type person, I'm an experiment. You say it's this, okay, well, let me see if it worked. And then I thought about, put these plates on and go out here and see. I had read all this case law, man, and Supreme Court cases. You got a right to travel. You can do this, you can do that, blah, blah, blah. So I blah, 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 and spit it back to him, man. So, I gave me false confidence, gave me confidence, you know what I'm saying? Nonetheless. So I'm like, something must be right. But you know what? I can't keep doing it like that. Basically, my understanding of right to travel is a lot of stuff is, like I say, I read Supreme Court cases. So stuff is real. But at the same time, you have to be a law-abiding citizen. You have to be. We don't have a nation to where we in power to enforce anything. That was my whole understanding is, it's just me. You see what I'm saying? Who do I got backing me? It's not a bunch of us doing this at the same time. It's just me doing this. And so that kind of hit home with me. It's like, well, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Let me go back to being a law-abiding citizen and do what I got to do and get my study on. There's other ways. You got to pick your fights. And I realized that wasn't the fight. Like I say, there's some truth to it. You got Supreme Court cases that prove certain things. But at the same time, I'm not a nation by myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's just me at the time. But it's all a learning experience. It's all a part of my journey. Reflecting back on it today, I had to go through that to get to this, So, but it was, I wouldn't change nothing because it's a learning experience. I had to do it. I did it for a reason. I know that now, but at the time, I'm like, I'm just doing stuff. The change for the next phase, life. I'm living life. I'm like, man, I can't keep doing this. So I was always studying, reading books. Because now, by then, by now, Dr. York, he had a bunch of books, little pamphlets. I done read so many of them, and I started buying books. And, I just started building my library. And I'm like, I need to start learning law, history, everything. I need to relearn everything. And, and I continued to do that, but I wasn't active with what I started with the Clock of Destiny. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I had to do a lot of studying. Then I'm going to go file a Social Security trust. I don't know what that's about, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what did I do? So I got to study that. Today they call it sovereignty packets and things of that nature. But then, yeah, I remember, sovereignty redemption plan. I studied all that stuff. And I was into that stuff. But then, it just didn't sit well with me, so I kind of kicked back. But what stuck was nationality and the fact that, man, hey, you're not Negro, black, and color. And they got laws. They got stuff in legislation. So you need to figure that out. And the only way I could do that was, I said, some clickers, man, just go to the temple, find the temple.
This series and many others can only be found exclusively on Amexem. Quickly sign up with our 3-step process to get started. The link to access your trial is in the description below. We'll see you in the next chapter. Peace and love.